Jeffrey Meyers, President Meyers Research, a Kennedy Wilson company. With more than 25 years of market research experience, Jeff provides advisory services on land acquisition strategies, product development, segmentation, and positioning. He established, expanded, and sold the largest market research company serving the U.S. home building industry, the Meyers Group.
I grew up in Vancouver, and all the way through high school I skied competitively as well as tennis. I taught tennis every summer as well as skied all winter, and when I graduated from high school I spent 3 years skiing competitively full-time. So did the acrobatics and aerial event was one of my events, but mainly skied moguls. I had a skiing accident when I was about 21, and then I retired from my skiing career and ended up moving to San Diego. And when I moved to San Diego State, I played college tennis for about 3 years. And then right out of college, I did an internship program through San Diego State University. And in doing that, I found a land developer that hired me. And about 6 months after I graduated from college, he invested in my company. And that company is called the Meyers Group. So that was in 1985. I grew that company from basically a college startup. We had about 4 employees and grew that through 1996 to about 50 employees. And then we raised some private equity, about 18 million, and we became the largest research company in the United States. June of 2004, we sold the Meyers Group to Hanley Wood Media, which is a large owner of Builder Magazine, etc. And that was an exciting month. That was also the month that my first child was born, Nicole, who's now 9 years old. And 2 years later, we had a little boy, Christopher. My son plays competitive soccer 4 days a week, which when I grew up, you played all sports. Today, they seem to play one sport. My daughter plays tennis, so it's fun to see them grow up, athletically as well as academically.
Jeff's pioneering approach to market research is indicative by recent innovations. Zonda and Meyers Index, the first mobile app and housing index of its kind, providing simplified market insight on the go for home building professionals.
We kind of work in 2 primary areas. One is the market advisory area where we're doing market studies and valuation work. And then we've launched a new iPad app called Zonda, which is a new data and analytic tool for the home building industry.
Garages have long been the inception of great innovation. First, Steve Jobs with Apple, then Jeff Meyers with data. And it's no coincidence that Jeff's latest innovation combines both.
My epiphany for Zonda was reading the Jobs book. What I learned from that book was that making things easy to use is actually hard to do. It's fun to see as we sell the product now. In our 4th month, we have over 400 users, and we have companies that have 20 and 30 users each, which has never happened in our business before. You've always had the analyst sitting in the corner that was the only guy that knew how to work it. So it's fun to see a product that gets widely used across an enterprise. Our sales team is very excited because it's the first time that we've ever built something that when the client sees it, they go, wow.
Jeff and Annalise met in Vancouver, Canada. It seems as that prosperous sales transactions follow Jeff throughout each chapter of his life.
So I met my wife actually while working with a client up in Vancouver, Canada. We were up on a sales call with Polygon Homes, and he took us to a high-rise project where actually I ended up buying a unit from my wife, and we later ended up going out and dating for a number of years. And then so not only did she have me close on a unit, she had me marry her at the same time. So it was an interesting way that we met, and interesting way that we ended up getting married. And so, as she says, she closed the deal more ways than one.
Jeff frequently contributes to national publications and speaks at industry events, and serves on the board of Western Community Housing, a nonprofit whose mission is to provide affordable housing and social service programs to families and seniors.
Being inducted in the Hall of Fame, I think, is a true honor. And a lot of it has to do with, I've traveled the entire U.S. looking at housing, been to a lot of events, but there's something really about Pacific Coast Builders Conference and the Hall of Fame that makes you feel extremely proud. Because in the world of home building, this is probably ground zero for the most innovative, inventive, and strong architecture. So there's builders that are in the Hall of Fame that I respect tremendously, and being aligned with those folks is truly an honor, and I can't be excited enough to be part of that.